Hello, I'm Holly, and today I have a very exciting video. I'm going to be unboxing a book mystery box. So I saw Natasha from My Reading Is Odd do this pretty recently, and it just looked like a lot of fun. I think she got a box from one of her local bookstores, but the one that I have here I got from Etsy, and it's by a company called BookLovingDragons. I think they're quite a new business, and this cost me £12.99, which I think works out at about $16. I thought it was really good value for money, but I will say that on the description it said this was an introductory price, which makes me think that it's quite a new business, and they did say that the price is probably going to increase in June. So if you do want to have a look, I'll leave a link to the Etsy shop in the description. I think they do a range of ones. There might be like a 2-book option, 3-book, 4-book, but I got the 4-book option, at least I think I did. We'll see when I open it. So yeah, I'm really excited. I have bought mystery boxes in the past, not book boxes, and they're a bit hit and miss. For me, I spend the money just on the anticipation. I don't really care what I get. This could go terribly wrong. There could be books in here that I just have no interest in, or that I already own, that I've already read. But I just wanted to do it for the mystery, for the intrigue. Okay, so let's open it. Ooh. Can't really see much. There's a lot of stuff on the top. So there was different options on this. You could either pick tea, coffee or hot chocolate. I picked hot chocolate, and then there was sweets or chocolate, and I just thought that was a great addition. So the first thing I can see is Bournville Orange Dark Chocolate. I don't really love dark chocolate, but I do love orange flavoured chocolate, so I'm excited for that. Who doesn't love chocolate? There's a candle. I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, a Home Infusions, can you see that? Home Infusions warm apple pie scented candle. Let's have a sniff. It's not my favourite smell, but it does smell like warm apple pie. So I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know you got a candle. Then there's a couple of little hard sweets. There's some Malteser truffles. These are some of my favourite. If you don't have these, you probably don't have these in America, but they're just lovely. And then another little hard sweet. This is very exciting. Oh my god, there's just so much. It's so good. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but there's like a scroll. Okay, this is so exciting. There's some Aerobliss milk chocolate bubble kind of things. They kind of look like the Malteser truffles, but like Aero instead. Obviously this is a UK brand. You might not even recognise the names of some of these things, but I do, and that is great. Is that a bookmark? I think that might be a bookmark. It's like a feather or a leaf. A green feather? I think that's a green feather, so that's probably like a bookmark. That's really nice. Then there's another bookmark which says space. Quite simple, but who doesn't love bookmarks? Just a cardboard bookmark, so that is the space one. Then there is just this dragon eye bit of art. I don't know if you can see that. I really like that. That is by Swan Star Designs. I actually quite like this. I think I would actually like put that up on my wall. There's another little hard sweet. There's also these. This is so cool. I assume there's these 2 little like potion bottles, and I think these must be hot chocolate. Let's take... Yeah, that's definitely hot chocolate. I absolutely love this. I thought they would just be kind of like packets, but that is so cool, and it's got their little label on the front. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but that is, that's just really great. I love it. Whoa! So then we've got 2 Whisper hot chocolates, 2 little packets. That's great. I love Whisper. I think we've... Oh my god, they're wrapped. The books are wrapped. So let's have a look at the scroll. I don't want to be spoiled. I hope this doesn't have the books in it. But let's see what this says. So much thought has gone into this. I just love it. Greetings, adventurer. You have succeeded in looting the great book dragon's treasure and escaped with some of their precious books. Your bravery is commendable, and more treasure awaits if you choose to return. Stay safe and happy reading, BookLovingDragons. And then I've got a code to give me 10% off my next purchase. That is just so... I I love the thought that has gone into that. I absolutely love that. I don't know if you can see, but they're all wrapped in brown paper. This is more than I could ever have wanted. Okay, let's start with this one. This is where the books actually turn out to be a bit rubbish, but no, I've got to have hope. I've got to have hope. So I think these are used books, but I buy used books all the time. Ooh. It's Deception Point by Dan Brown. It says, when a NASA satellite discovers an astonishingly rare object buried deep in the Arctic ice, the floundering space agency proclaims a much-needed victory. A victory with profound implications for NASA policy and the impending presidential election. There's an intelligence analyst, there's experts obviously travelling to the Arctic, and uncovers the unthinkable evidence of scientific trickery, a bold deception that threatens to plunge the world into controversy. Then there's assassins, and then they're escaping in the Arctic. Okay, so it's like a thriller, kind of a science-y thriller. That is really, really interesting. I've never read anything by Dan Brown, but I do have the Da Vinci Code on my shelves. This isn't really something I'd pick up on my own. The kind of like survival aspect which this seems to have is not my favourite, but you know what, that's really intriguing. If any of you have read this, I'd love to know your thoughts. Then we have the second book. I just love that they're all wrapped up. This is Night Rise by Anthony Horowitz, and it does look like it's the third book in a series. I've never heard of this series, The Power of Five. I don't really want to get into the blurb because I don't want to spoil myself. But I might look into like my library, see if I can get the rest of the books, because it does sound like something I would enjoy. It says a supernatural series, darkness covers the earth, kids with powers, evil, fighting evil. That does sound like something I would enjoy. Then book number 3. Hopefully it's not another one in the series. Okay. Another one I never heard of. One for My Baby by Tony Parsons. Apparently an international bestseller. So it seems like this is probably like a contemporary. And it follows this man who's found the perfect woman and then she ends up dying. And he believes you don't get a second chance at love, but maybe you do. Again, not really saying I'd pick up, but I picked this to just kind of get some random books on my TBR. Like, I need to do that. It does say that it's an international bestseller, so that's very interesting. Okay, so we have the final book. What is it going to be? That's really funny because I have another book by this author. This is The Mad Courtesan by Edward Marston. I think I have one that's something, is it like The Vagabond Clown? I've never read that. It says it's an Elizabethan mystery, so I believe it's just like a, is it a murder mystery that's set in Elizabethan times? I really love historical fiction and I want to read more thrillers. I'm interested to read this. I did pick up The Vagabond Clown by this author, so clearly I do have that kind of interest in this kind of thing. That's quite cool. I'm actually excited to read that one. So these were the 4 books I received. I probably would have only picked up this bottom one if I'd seen it in the wild, but I am interested to see what the others are like. I'd love to know if you've read any of these. What are your thoughts? I absolutely loved this. I would highly, highly recommend it if you've been interested in picking up something like this. This one especially I think was amazing. All the little touches. Obviously this one also includes sweets or chocolate or hot chocolate, tea, coffee, whatever you select. All the little touches, the bookmarks, the like dragon print, these like potion hot chocolate vials, I really love that. The little scroll, I loved all the little touches, and the brown paper, them all being wrapped up, I think was just brilliant. But I'll leave a link to all their information, all their social media in the description, like I said. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and to everyone out there, stay curious. Bye!